Just a couple of rounds remaining in the Formula Endurance season for RPL. It is the first season of Formula Endurance for those of you not aware. But with that said, the first season is just close of coming to an end. 16 drivers right now on deck tonight and 71 laps on board at Brazil. We've had already 2 events in the races where it has rained. Brazil is one where we do get rain a lot. We saw it in the Tier 2 season opener and qualifying. We also have seen it in F1 Season 9, most recently there as well. It's also rained in Season 2 F1 as well here many game cycles ago. So no surprise to the drivers if there is a little bit of pop-up showers or rain tonight, but we'll find out come launch time in just a little bit. But welcome along, folks, to the RPL stream. I am Ryan Searles. Alongside me tonight for the second time in RPL is MrIananaBones, and also again race reporting is Beatnik714. Bones, welcome along.
Appreciate you for having me out here. Excited to get to commentate this race. Been busy this last few weeks, but I'm back. Excited for this in-race reporter thing too.
Yeah, Beatnik, second week in a row for you. Good to have you here.
Great to be here, as per. Getting used to doing the in-race reporting stuff. Pretty fun. We'll see what sort of podcasting shenanigans we have in store for us today.
Yeah, exactly. 17 drivers now in the lobby. Let's go over the standings. Why not? All right, so we have Scyther leading the championship by 24 points over Jack Miles. Scyther, I believe, is missing tonight. Yes, I don't see him in the lobby. Nope, Jack is the one missing tonight. Scyther is the one in. Excuse me, I just scrolled past his name. Oopsies. Hunted, I believe, was also missing tonight too. I'm just gonna make sure before I jinx myself again. Nope, he's missing tonight as well. And L74G, also known as Luke Grange, fifth in the championship, 56 points back. He's also racing, but he's with McLaren tonight, Scyther's teammate. 2 well-known champions of the league, 2 of the most winningest drivers in the league, in fact. McLaren lead the championship for the constructors over Red Bull, and then Ferrari is third. Alfa Romeo being the alphas of the league, compared to the AlphaTauri, who's just a bunch of betas at this point. 56 points back, Alpha R from McLaren. So it was like that last stream, last week, where it was just a bunch of jokes with a bunch of stuff we mentioned. But with that being said, Bones, you heard the driver standings, you heard the constructor standings. Not really a fight too much for the driver standings at this point with Jack Miles missing tonight, but there is for the constructor standings. How important will it be for these drivers to maximize the points that they can for their teams and academies?
You cut out for me. I don't know if my Wi-Fi is acting up or not. I did not hear a single word you said.
I said, you've heard the constructors and driver standings, I believe, but if you haven't, either way, how important is it for these teams to maximize their amount of points for the academy and for the team itself for tonight's event?
It's pretty important. A good qualifying session is needed, I would say. If I recall correctly, I remember racing at Brazil, and Brazil overtaking is really, irritating, and it takes a lot of patience. So just having the track position you need throughout the race is going to be very important.
Well, we got a last-minute change, Beatnik. I think you were about to mention this, but instead of short qualifying for tonight, we're going to have one-shot qualifying, which is different from usual here. It's like the F2 days.
I like it. I very much like it, personally. Keeps us on edge, and if we invalidate, it's a very big penalty. So, should be very interesting to see, especially if we get some inclement weather on our way.
Very true. You have to tell us, because you can see it in front of you, and the difference compared to previous games is we don't know the timer countdown. So that's another thing you'll have to make us aware of. With that said, I wanna Note the strategy, Bones. If it doesn't rain, it looks like a medium, soft, medium, 3-stop type of thing, or probably faster though, a 2-stop, soft, medium, soft. You can go reverse strategy of those. Pit stop loss around the circuit is 20 seconds, and ERS gain back because the long pit lane it's like 23%, and depending on how you take it, if you take it slow enough, you might be able to gain back even more than that. So a lot can happen, and you know, we have qualifying underway. How important will it be for these drivers not to invalidate Bones?
Super important. You know, I don't. Okay, well, I'm just throwing this out there. I personally think that there's gonna be a few invalidants. That's even a word here, so it's gonna be important. Like I kind of was saying earlier, qualifying was going to be important for track position, blah, 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 blah. With this being one shot, it's going to be really interesting to see who's the aggressor, who's going to, you know, I just want to get a lap down and be ahead of the invalidated drivers. But yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Let's see.
All right, qualifying underway. After qualifying is over, I will have to get a drink because I did not prepare myself for this. Well, actually, I did. I have one here. Oops, I didn't even see it.
Got 2 waters.
Blonde for Red Bull tonight, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Blonde for Red Bull tonight, just to keep you guys going on some things that are happening. And Blonde is around, but I think there's an issue, though. I don't think damage is on. Zatsy may have turned damage off because Blonde didn't get any damage there on that.
It's on, I checked. It's on, I checked.
It is? Okay. All right. Well, Blonde spun out and didn't pick up any damage on that front wing, which is very odd. Let's just go over quick headlines and changes while we look at these qualifying laps. Cryptic currently on top. He's had a podium here before. Hunted, Owen, Josh, Beatnik, Valk, all are the 5 drivers who've got their new Season 2 Formula Endurance rides confirmed.
Wait, what? Beatnik's racing? Huh?
Yeah, for Season 2 rides. They got that confirmed. Unless you're talking about a glitch, but either way, Cryptic coming across the line to take pole position here. Owen will be second and KVS third from what it looks like, but what's the gap? Cryptic to Owen, little over a 10th. Cryptic on pole position. And if you're looking at a driver who's got a lot of pole positions here, but not a lot of race wins in RPL, it's Cryptic.
Now, Beatnik, you're racing because it says you're in 8.
Yes, he is.
I am the in-race reporter today because...
Oh, I didn't know how the in-race reporter thing worked.
Yeah.
I am racing. So
we did that last week for the first time. I should have told you. We did that last time for the first week.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. You're all good. You're all good. Yeah, but speaking of next season, though, by the way, rides confirmed by 5 different drivers. But, yeah, we'll go through that in a moment quickly. Our top 10 qualifying spots include Cryptic on pole, Owen, then KVS, Zatsy, Scyther, Yano, Josh, Beatnik, Alistair in his RPL return, and RPL Zakaria. Some names outside the top 10 to look out for. Luke Range and Blonde. Big names, big cars outside the top 10 as well. Just some returns. Alistair making his return to RPL. He got a podium in the first ever Tier 2 race. We have Virid making a return to league racing. He's back as well in here tonight. And no losses as well, making an RPL return for the first time since the end of F2 Season 18. Like I said, 5 Season 2 rides confirmed. Most being with the Merc Academy. 1 for Alpine Academy, 1 for Red Bull Academy. Owen Owen can win the Tier 2 title next week in Imola. There's 3 races left for Tier 2, and after today, there'll be 3 races left for Formula Endurance. We've got our winners from the weekend already. Tier 1 has been Reese, who took the victory over Owen and Cookie. Cookie and Scyther had some drama there at the end of the race. And then Tier 2 had a first-time winner with Gecko over JTK at Zandvoort, with Bonkers completing the podium. So those have been the races thus far this weekend. Let's get the start going in just a moment. Bones, any final thoughts on what you saw from qualifying? 2 drivers will have to work their way through the field.
I didn't really get a good view of it. It was pretty chaotic. Well, with me, because I haven't really done a spectating of the one shot before, but
10 seconds.
Same here. All right, 10 seconds.
yeah, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. But
Time's up.
All right, let's get the start going. Luke Grange has joined back just in time. Welcome, chat. Give us predictions, last minute chances. The 5 lights are coming on and only a couple rounds remaining for FE in Brazil. A complete dry race is now go. Cryptic off the line quite well, but Owen is still down as inside technically, and he's going to dive in at turn 1. Owen is going to be side by side, and he takes the lead of the race, but Cryptic is trying to stick his nose back in there. The usual trouble through turn 2 through 3 was avoided at first, but then they all scatter. There was something going on at the back, and it was Beanick around. Scyther on Zatsy for a place.
Mythic
All cars
got
gaggling all over,
damaged.
and Mythic is caught up too. Safety car, virtual safety car.
I apologize. My batteries actually died. That's why I was silent there. But I was
You're
talking
good.
if my batteries went out.
Beatnik, do you want to tell us what happened?
I got thrown off the track by a Merc.
What happened to Luke? Luke has...
He did the session and he's out. Because EA moment.
Let's see. Oh, he tried to join back the session, and that's why. All right.
Yeah, when you leave, it automatically kicks you out of the race. Like, it
Yeah,
just
that is
disconnects the
frustrating.
car.
That is frustrating. Virtual safety car still not being upgraded at all, but Bones, what a start from Owen on those softs.
I know that was a great move by Owen. A little ballsy move, but he made it work.
Those opportunistic moves are going to come in handy, and I think Scyther's trying to get KVS to get going already, and KVS wants to get by Cryptic. The VSC is about to end very fast for a VSC, but you can tell it's ending when they're going this fast into
Scyther.
turn 1. He does get KVS, you're correct. Championship leader gets a place. Alistair and Mythic, both Haas's double stack after lap 1 woes. Now, Scyther on Cryptic. Scyther's going to go for 2 and 1. Well, things lagged out. He'll need an invite, but Scyther's going to go down the inside in the process and take second place, making it a PC 1-2.
PC wants to. I like that.
There you go. You can see the difference in these drivers switching to PC in recent weeks or recent months. And the difference it's made for some of these guys. Owen, most notably, got a first Tier 1 podium yesterday in 159 races. We looked at the last date that was May 2nd, 2020. First Tier 1 podium since then. That's insane, and that shows you the difference PC's making. No losses, is making a move on Whelpthing, who's lagged out. Well, we'll need to invite 2 drivers then. But, yep, so far, just 1 VSC from the start. 15 cars still in this main pack. Alistair and Mythic pitted already. We got, oh, Josh on Yano. Josh returning to FE this week is making the move already. Owen with the fastest lap. Whelpthing has joined back. And do we have any moves? We do. We have Born in Shanghai and Whelpthing, who's joining back the session now, and he's looking to also get no losses. Both blue cars. Well,
Almost 3 wide.
technically 3 blue cars. Blonde also getting a little battling with Wavy. Got everything going on here, Bones.
Oh,
Beatnik is Virid as well. Thought it was Vivid. It was Virid, but I was mistaken there. Either way. We've got Luke Range finally joining back the session. He's going to realize that his car is DNF'd. Oh, little lag there, I think, from KVS. Went inside of Cryptic's car for just a moment. That's why you saw position swap. But lap 3 of 71 about to get complete. Bones, I feel like if you are Owen here in the race lead and you get to control your own destiny here, do you use a lot of battery or do you not? He's on 70%.
it really depends here. I mean, I would in that position just to keep extending that gap as much as you can. Keep, just get everything out of it you can right now, in my opinion. What do you think?
Well,
No losses on Shanghai.
yeah, there you go. Little ding-dong battle there, up in front of that. No moves made, but everyone's staying in the DRS train. I really think if you're Owen here, you do control your destiny a little more because of the soft tires, but also you guys have people battle further back. Ooh, yep, there is contact. I think that's no losses off the road, battling Whelpthing, and No Losses loses yet another place, and Beatnik gets to his academy teammate tonight on loan.
Squeezed a little bit.
Yeah, that may have been that. Just with Owen, I was just going to say, soft tires, little tricky to control your destiny because of that, but also you have the upper edge on the track. The thing is that with the battery being at hand, just use it a little bit, but don't use a lot of it. I don't feel like he should be getting below halfway at this point. And No Loss is struggling, and Beatnik is there. Academy teammates for tonight. No Loss is a part of the Merc Academy usually. Beatnik, I'm going to ask because you've done these GTA leagues a lot. Did you use catch-up to get to No Losses, or was it just pure pace?
Yeah, 100% using catch-up there. And oh, he is blinking, so skill issue as you are
3%.
being overtaken.
Well, yeah, there you go. Beatnik down the inside and gets the move done. How about that? Get to
And
hear
we're about
him.
to make that too here
realize-
because, well, Dang is also having skill issues. So,
All right,
I'm
Bones.
going to try and
Can he do
overtake
it?
him.
I like it.
I know.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Is he?
He's gonna do
Little
it.
lunge down the
He got it.
inside. Yep. Well,
Then
Dang
gets a
went
little
wide.
Loose.
Saw it coming.
And that is
Wow.
how we do things here.
You gonna go for Shanghai tier 2? I mean, you
Right.
used
Yeah.
to.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, you used to
I'm
be his team
being his
principal.
guilty conscience.
Yeah, you used to be his team principal. You know, I mean, come on, you gotta go for it. You're in an Alpine. He's in a Williams. Go for a lunge here. Alex Albon moment. Yellow flags.
Caution.
That's our race leader.
Yawn!
Owen has spun around.
Or whatever his name is.
Wow, Owen, the race leader, into more trouble in an FE race. And this time, it's Ben in the race lead. The race leader curse happens once again. And now for the race lead, Cryptic's going for it and gets by on Scyther. Cryptic gets Scyther for the lead, and now KVS and Zatsy are there to pounce as well. They get promoted to podium places due to Owen's veering off. And Beatnik and Shanghai are now trading places further back, but we have to go back to the race lead for just a moment because Scyther is not done with Cryptic. He's a part of the DRS train, not looking for a move just yet. Blonde gets Zakaria, and now Beatnik, here you go. Here's your chance.
Easy does it. Williams doesn't have great straight line speed. I can tell you from experience. So,
You driven that
unless
car a
he
lot here.
boosts here, I don't think he'll be getting me.
Nope, no boost. He's got 70% battery. So, leaders at stake now. Scyther in the DRS train, championship leader. More yellow flags. It's Yano now.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He had a reverse there, and he's almost going to be outside the points. That'll be your next target,
Yeah,
Beatnik. But
so-
Veer gets no losses. Sorry, go ahead.
Kind of going back to what you said earlier. I thought Owen should have, been aggressive there, but maybe aggressive bites him there as he's dropped back to 8th.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, with how that happened, but three wide!
What a
Whoa!
move!
Both Merc Academy cars splitting the Red Bull of Blonde, and Owen just got 2 places at once right there, and now for the lead once again, Scyther's going for it. Scyther, the championship leader, is back out in front in a Formula Endurance race, taking the lead of the
Oh, it's
race.
gonna get tricky here for 7th again, or 6th. Oh, Blonde makes contact with Knife.
No losses, speeds in the pits, making his first pit stop of the day. With that said 5-car breakaway, I just want to speak about Owen's spin. Bones, I know you've not been here for a lot of the Formula Endurance races, but I can't even count to you on one hand. It has to be 2 hands how many times we've had spins from the race lead in this tier, and it's the 2nd time this weekend that it's happened.
Shoot, I even saw multiple spins from the lead whenever I commentated at Spain. It was like, what, 2 of them, right? Oh, Owen spins again!
That's the 2nd time in the same corner. Is he rear locking it? What's happened to Owen, who led the race and took it on the start, and now for the lead, Cryptic just can't get him at turn 1. He's going to save some battery, I think, in the process.
Blonde on Zakaria makes it done.
Owen is
Drag
probably
race.
rear locking. I can tell you, a few laps ago, I had to change my brake bias because I was starting to rear lock. So,
That would make
he
sense.
could be having a problem with that, but I can't tell you for sure.
I feel like since Owen's changed to PC, though, we haven't seen many driver errors from him, and this is the first time it's really just coming out alive in front of us. Well, dang, it's Shanghai. I mean, Bones, the interesting thing about this now is the DRS train that's top 5, they're all on the same tire rather than having one guy who's out in front on the softs, and yellow flags for Shanghai.
Yeah. Yeah. Same tires, DRS train. Just that it's a level playing field here. I guess, really, in my eyes, this would be separated by some errors, but we'll
I'm
see.
surprised. I'm surprised. I can't believe we've had yet another spin in FE from the lead. I feel like if we were to put together a compilation for FE, it would probably be the amount of spins from the lead this season, because it's been a little, not a little too much, but a lot more than usual, I feel like. Even Tier 1's only had 2 from the season. And that's been 10 rounds. This has been 2 less rounds because of 1 canceled race and also starting a week later. Yeah, Bones, feel free to cut in, because, I mean, this race is just sprung out from, what, 8th on back now with what's happened?
Yeah, well, it's okay to have a little Sebastian Vettel in you because he's a legend, but Shanghai's in the pits going on the hards, number 32 car.
Yeah, Williams, Mark Academy. Hards for him, by the way, which is interesting because I think they're going to try to go for the 2-stop then at that point, if they're going to go hards, or just for 1 more stop. I don't know. I mean, they're on the back foot because of what happened at the start, and Cryptic's just minding his own business, sticking behind Scyther, saving battery. Scyther's got 20 to 30% less. So, yeah, they're just trying to work themselves out and figure it out. I mean, everyone's still going to stay in behind one another and just going to be a complete DRS train. I think the only move we're going to see is either Zakaria and Blonde or Yano and Owen. I mean, I don't see anything happen with this top 5 cars right now, unless something happens like what happened to Owen, where he just spun from the lead randomly too. Rear locking, most likely, though.
Like I said, any errors happening, that's the only way I see this being split up.
Yeah, and
looks like, you know, Josh is about to
play.
fall out of the train here.
That would be vital. That will be. Yeah, I made the catch-up joke earlier, but Beatnik, you know, we're going to continue on GTA League Racing jokes because, you know, all 3 of us have done that before here quite a bit in different leagues. Is there anyone you want to get out of the car right now and maybe fight because of how frustrated you are? I mean,
or who you want to flip off? Like, if you're going to drive past somebody, who are you going to flip off?
Anyone?
Right now, public enemy number 1 is the Murky spun me at the start. But I don't know. The start was a bit chaotic for me. I had a good jump on Yano, but I kind of got on that curve.
Scyther off from the lead.
Scyther,
he just went too deep. Oh my goodness, that's the second mistake from the leader.
Might get picked off by Josh here too.
Stop cursing them.
Sorry, Beatnik.
We put this in RPL slander, man. Stop cursing drivers.
I know. I wore a Dutch-colored shirt on. I'll fill you in, Bones. I wore a Dutch-colored shirt on Tier 2, and the 2 Dutch drivers had mistakes where JTK got a 5-second. And Zatsy finished a lap down after his woes. And I mentioned Korsman going quite a bit on those tires, and I said I'm surprised he's not got a puncture. Seconds later, he gets a puncture. You know, so yeah, I'm just a jinx here. You know, that's how it is. Now your chance to do it too, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, it looks like Scyther's going to be back in the DRS train. He is.
That's good, at least.
So,
that's good. Good.
Yeah, he's not completely screwed over. Josh is in the DRS too.
Wavy
I could see Josh possibly falling out.
Got a DRS train too, by the way. Beatnik, you said stop cursing
Scyther
people, right?
Keep it.
You're good. Beatnik, you said stop cursing people, yeah? You're doing really great running 11th. I think you're up some places. No, you're down 3 places, but you're up places from your lap 1 incident. You're looking really good right now, Beatnik.
Boy, what a great race Cryptic is having. It'd be a shame if anything bad happened to him.
Oh, yeah, that's the classic GTA. Just wait on him and full throttle him.
Well, I was going to say, this is the same kind of thing, and I mean, Beatnik will know who I'm referring to when I say Jabuli MSU, but Bones, this is the same thing Jab would always do to make sure he didn't, didn't lose the race by just talking good about others and talking bad about himself. Owen got wavy right there while we were talking about other people and just nonsense, so that happened.
You know, yeah, Formula E, it should be Formula Yap session the way we're cooking it up in the booth right now.
The RPL podcast knows no bounds.
All right, here's KVS just trying to find different lines.
Is he gonna
go
send
by
it?
Cryptic? No, stays in behind. Similar battery at one point in the race, but Zatsy 13% on the battery now.
Oh.
He has a chance to turn 4. Using the battery now. Here he goes, boosting past Cryptic. Takes the lead of the race. KVS, our 4th different leader thus far. 13 laps, 4 different leaders. I mean, that doesn't feel right to say.
Feels fine to me.
Well, maybe where you're at it does. Oh,
Whoa,
Zatsy and
contact
Cryptic.
with second and third.
Oh boy. That is not good.
My curse works.
What happened to your car?
Yeah, Beatnik really did curse, though. I mean, he's at a DRS range now.
True.
He may get back.
The detection point is right where KVS is going through now. Using a bit of battery to
Yeah.
catch up. He's out of it, yeah. He might get passed here by Zatsy and Scyther. We gotta watch this battle now. DRS, Zatsy's using all of his battery now. Alistair got veered, but here you go.
It just something to think about. Maybe these drivers are getting a little too antsy here because we had, what, a 5-6 car train, and then, you know, mistakes, and then we just seen that mistake, and we're gonna have to work hard to get back up in that train. Scyther goes purple sector 1 and passes Zatsy.
Wavy's also in the thick of things with Owen, and Josh picks up a
Josh.
3-second time penalty. First
That's
guy
gonna
in the top
hurt.
10 with track limits. That is no losses, by the way, going a lap down in a moment. Wavy cannot make the move yet. 4-car breakaway now rather than a 5 because Josh lost that DRS after what happened to him.
Whoa!
Oh boy!
What happened there?
I don't even know. I was just looking off for just a second, and that has created
Then
Josh back
gets
into
pushed
DRS.
wide. What is
What
going on this
Just
race?
happened?
And Scyther back to the lead. Cryptic's gonna have DRS here.
I'm trying to look at what happened. KVS rear locked it from the lead. Cryptic had to stop to avoid, and Scyther took the lead. That's what happened there, and Zatsy's into the
Zatsy
pits.
in the pit. Yeah,
I just watched the
must have
replay on
damage.
stream because I did catch that, but I didn't see it happen there. Good to know.
What happened here? I was kind of dozing off too. A little
About
bit.
three different spins from the lead now, can we say?
Oh,
Is that
he
fair?
spun. That's what
I mean, he
happened.
rear locked it. KVS, did spun from the lead. Cryptic stopped to avoid hitting him. And Scyther went through from 3rd.
Well, I didn't know if it was a case of someone trying to bump and run or something, or I don't
I don't
know,
think that'd
but
be
he-
allowed
he
because you can't really
spun.
punt a pass. But I mean, it'd be an accident if that happened, of course. But
Yeah, of course. It seems like we
Beatnik,
got GTA
um,
night because 4 GTA people in this league right now.
yeah, well, I was just about to say too. I was just gonna say, it's like these guys within the top 4 are using catch-up to get back up. And if you're not familiar with the term catch-up, it's when you fall behind, you're able to gain speed back up to the leaders, where the leaders are much slower than you are. It's basically DRS on steroids. And with DRS right now, Cryptic is trying to get the race lead back, but he's staying behind, I think, to save that battery that he has used so much. And Scyther's backing him up too, because I don't think Scyther wants to just sit here and just stay in the lead and brake when he's supposed to. He wants to brake a little more to save some battery because he's also below halfway on the tank too on battery.
Just like Talladega.
Yeah, right? You could say that with the battery, trying to save it. But Nick,
Yeah.
how are you doing in 10th? Is everything okay back there?
Nothing to report. Zatsy will get me in time, but right now, Owen's just towing that DRS train away from me, so really nothing I can do.
Good to
Just
know, at
gotta
least
sit
away from
here.
the race lead. I feel like every time we, put our eye away from the race leader, something happens.
I know, right?
It's annoying. I'm gonna watch Scyther in here. Make sure he doesn't rear lock it this time. Man, the rear locks have been terrible from some of these drivers with their setups. It's not fun for them. Scyther is won already before an FE, but he's not won for McLaren. Cryptic's on the back of him now, and I think Cryptic's looking to go for a move. Scyther, drag race with Cryptic to turn 1. Cryptic takes the lead back. Now KVS trying to inherit P2. Not going to go for it. Nope, it is top 3. Single file now by turn 1. Interesting then.
A lot of mistakes, man. Leaders.
I agree, and I don't understand where it's come from out of nowhere. We've had the first 15 laps, and we've had about 3 or 4 mistakes from the lead. I don't get it. I mean, Beatnik, you would have to tell us about the rear locking later on. Oh, hold on. Wavy's around.
Oh, Wavy's around.
That'll be a car for you to pick off. I was just going to say, you'll have to tell us about the rear locking with how it is now by adjusting your brake bias. I don't think it's any worse, I'd imagine. I mean, you can only tell me about that. You would know. I don't know. Neither does Bones.
Right now, it really doesn't feel that bad at the moment. I'm not going to disclose my information on what brake bias I'm running, but I raised it just a little bit, and I've had minimal issues. I've had one slight rear lock, and it really didn't cost me much.
Good. Okay, so you got that figured out. Hopefully Owen's got it figured out because he's still on the soft tires and in 7th. And I think for the soft tire guys, we should be seeing pit stops soon. I don't know how soon, but we'll see what happens. Bones, only 3 different DRS trains right now, and Mythic has lagged out.
Scyther here. Gonna stay behind.
Well, everything has remained calm between the top 3, but Josh, even though that he has that penalty, he has lost time to the top 3 guys. And just a shout out from one of our drivers who've gained places. We didn't mention that a whole lot in the start. Blonde up 10 places from the back of the grid. Easy driver of the day contender for right now at the moment.
Well, top 5 was driving earlier. Well, the old top 5. I don't know if they deserve driver of the day at all.
We shall see.
Scyther messing up a little bit. Whoa, got wide again.
And now KVS is there to pounce, and KVS will get the place over Scyther. Scyther, I think he's wanting to save battery or pit soon.
Well, he
Both
was in
have
range
DRS?
of Cryptic, never mind. All 3 of them have DRS.
Scyther going to go for the move at turn 1, though. Nope, not going to do it. Lap car up in front, that is Mythic, who will give Cryptic the DRS here to try to pull away. Well, Mythic's lagged out, though, so I don't think
But they're all over KVS.
Yep, once again, a side-by-side battle to turn 3, sorry, to turn 4, from turn 3. KVS getting ahead of Scyther. Owen as well in a DRS battle with Yano, and I did notice Beatnik Zatsi got you there. He's on fresh tires. He's one of the first ones to pit. Just a DRS pass, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Actually, no, he got me where I got Shanghai. Strategical, though. I could really use the DRS here, which I've... Oh dear, he's off. I just used DRS to get me a bit closer to Wavy. That's all I can really do at this point.
Fair point, fair point. All right, well, now back to our race leaders for just a moment. Virat is pitted, but yep, top 3 still breaking away from the field quite a bit. DRS enabled, about to be lap 20 of this race. Just want to remind you of these teams up in the top 3. Ferrari's got a decent bit of podiums here. They got, I think, 2 wins at the circuit. Scyther was not going to go for the move there. I was just probably looking to throw KVS off as Josh did speed. Yes, I did see that. Red Bull have 5 Tier 1 wins in Brazil. And McLaren, they have a win around the circuit, so no surprise to that. But for the race lead, 4 tenths they have between one another for just a moment. And yeah, that 5-second penalty is going to cost him because Wavy down the inside of Zatsi, and he's pushing him off. And Zatsi uses the runoff and makes sure to not get out ahead. But Wavy slowed down, I think, to let him go after he felt like he pushed him off. And now Josh comes out of the pit lane right near his, well, fellow helper of the Mercedes Academy, I'll call it. Yep, so while that happened, by the way, I just want to mention Josh with the penalty does not help because he has a 5-second and he has a 3-second.
3 speeding penalties so far.
You're right, because no losses has one as well.
believe
Yeah.
he has 2.
No, he just has 1.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah, 1 for track limits then, I guess. KVS in the slipstream. Is he gonna blast past Cryptic?
Whoa,
Nope, he's not gonna.
Scyther!
Almost ran into him. That got hairy right there. Just caught the end of that, but now Scyther's on the back of KVS, just pushing him along at turn 3. Does KVS try to sit here and defend from Scyther? Owen is in on the softs. No surprise there, because those softs were wearing. Nope, everything is figured out there, I guess, with them. They're just going to tuck in behind and follow one another and just follow the leader, I guess. That's what the DRS train ends up being half the time.
Just like elementary school.
Follow the leader.
Mafia's being a good caboose.
No losses, yep. If that's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Lap down. And his RPL return. Yeah, people don't know his previous name was Mafia, so you're good friends with him, of course. But
Yeah, I get it mixed up.
probably why he's racing today anyway, so that's fair. But yep, he's a lap down, so is Veer to Mythic. That's why you saw
KVS.
DRS given to the race leaders who are now making a move. Yep, KVS is going to slingshot past Cryptic for the time being, but Scyther is going to stick his nose in there for just a moment. KVS has the lead now, but on the run to turn 4, Cryptic's the one who's going to have DRS. And can Cryptic get KVS? No. Scyther, though, looking to
thinking about it.
dice up the braking zone. That got hairy. Zatsy as well with Josh is now a DRS battle we're looking at for 7th place. Nope, nothing made from it. Scyther as well, just looking, I think, to get Cryptic into a mistake. Would that sound about right at this point, with making the moves in the braking zone but not getting past and also trying to save battery?
For sure. Oh. Yeah, I think I lagged because Scyther had a huge wobble. But yeah. I wonder if it's
Hold on
a
1 second, Bones. I'm going to need to take a call. It's an emergency, I think. So I'll keep on commentating, though. I'll focus on the battles you're focusing on.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know what's up with this leader thing, but maybe it's from pressure, maybe it's the rear lock thing. As the top 3, Cryptic and Scyther has DRS. What does Cryptic do? He's going to go down the inside of KVS, back out. Scyther thinking about it once again. Phoenix, how's your race going?
Our race is going fine, but there's one small factor that you forgot to mention. With all these leaders, I think one of the leading factors could possibly be, just a regular skill issue. So
yeah, skill issue for sure.
Entirely possible. Whether it's rear locking or just a lack of skill.
Always that. The question. I didn't pick this up, but Scyther got squeezed by Cryptic. It was quite close to being an incident.
That's not
the battery situation. Scyther has the highest battery. He moved up to 2nd. Zatsy behind Josh. That's the other DRS little train going on right now. And the run down to turn 1, Scyther behind KVS. What's he gonna do? He's gonna go for the lead. Gets the pass done. Scyther overshoots it just a little bit, but he keeps the lead. See what KVS does now with DRS. Too far back to make a move, I would say. He's looking, but gets back into the line. Zatsy in the rundown to the 2nd DRS zone's not going to be able to get the move done. 5-lap difference between him and Josh's tires, but it seems like it doesn't matter too much because Zatsy's staying with him. Lap car in the way. That is Virid. I don't know how to say his name. How do you say his name, Pete Nick?
Who?
Virid? Is that how you say it?
What car?
Alfa Romeo. GSR VIRI.
Vierick? I think it's Vierick.
Vierick. Oh, okay. Yeah, Vierick lapped it and got passed by the 6th and 7th place car.
Why cannot I think of a word? Just some things I don't like or something like.
Beating it going down pit road.
I'm gonna.
Seen a lot of
Wait,
speeding
scheduled
penalties,
stop?
but scheduled stop, no speeding. A lot of speeding penalties, like we mentioned earlier.
Well, the guys that speed suck. So.
Skill issue.
Exactly. You're getting the hang of it now.
And I guess this is another lap car that. No, it's not a lap car. It's actually Zakaria. It's just Josh and Zatsy having fresher tires, taking advantage of it. Zakaria probably gonna make a stop soon, I'd assume. Josh is gonna get DRS here. Yep. Zakaria down the pits.
All right,
Josh
I am
gets
back.
back up to 5th.
I was just told a story about someone at a seafood place because I was being called multiple times, so I was like, all right, I should at least answer this then. I think it's an emergency. I was told a interesting story about a seafood place and like with what do you call it? I'm like so zoned out right now I can't even think of the words. This race has got a little boring, so I can mention it. Like, you know how there's, like, not animals, but, like, creatures and stuff like that and you see, like, gross shit? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I can't eat food like that either, so I kind of understand. All right, that was a 3-minute call. I'm back now. We can cover this race. I was trying to get the camera on who you were talking to, but, or who you're talking about, but this game wanted to get me on onboard cameras in the worst angle possible, so that's fun. Invaded Valk, welcome to chat. You're one of 4 people watching. I hope you're enjoying the constant podcast here tonight for lap 27 out of 71. Compared to the first 15 laps, compared to the last 13, I guess, we've had less spins from the race lead than we've probably had, you know, drivers banned in the last, you know.
There's been more
So
spins
bad,
in
I
the
don't know.
lead than I have wins in F1.
Oh, okay. You're just insulting yourself now.
They're insulting themselves by spinning.
Well, how? You're, what, 11th?
We ignore the position that I am currently in.
I'm sorry, you're in an Alpine. I mean, you're ahead of no losses. I mean, that's not anything to say you shouldn't be, but you're in an Alpine and you're behind an Alfa Romeo. You're behind 2 Astons. You're behind Wavy Knife, for crying out loud, okay?
We
What
ignore
is
the fact that
I mean,
I
you just
spun
wanted
and
to
Wavy's
start,
on a terrible strategy.
You know what, Ryan? How about we put you in the Alpine? Let's see how you do.
I wouldn't be a lap down, but I'd definitely not be doing great, I can tell you that. That's why I'm in the commentary booth with Titan, because between me and Titan, there's 0 wins, multiple podiums. And I'm the only one who has 1. He has multiple, so, you know, that's what I gotta say.
Dude, I'm
That's why we're a part of the
F1
commentary
driver.
booth, because we sucked for so long.
Yeah, we suck.
we're the
past
Kyle-
our prime.
We're the Kyle Petty's of RPL. Either way, for the race lead, KVS is not thinking of a move. I think at this point, they're trying to figure out when they're going to pit soon here and just save DRS and get in the DRS train. But the problem with this, Bones, is this constant, let's sit behind one another and duck around, you know.
Oh, Bond is catching.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. You stole the words right out of my mouth as
Yeah.
Yano's in. That's the problem. And Blonde's started last, pretty much. Well, not last, but, you know, back there. And he didn't get to qualify. So, yeah. It's frustrating.
Yeah,
for
Blonde keeps
those
his
guys.
driver of the day hopes alive.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, let's see if they do go for some moves, because
Oh,
KVS is in.
Looks like
Scyther
Scyther hit him
tricked
with a little fake. Yeah, KVS is in. KVS had a mistake in the pits, it looks like. I switched on. He looks sideways.
Is that fair to say Scyther just did the F1 version of getting sturdy?
Yeah, pretty much. He hit the gritty on him.
Nick, any comments?
No comment.
Okay. He just kind of faked going in the pit lane and then let KVS pit. But yeah, Blonde's on hards, by the way. Looking to go the long way here. I think he'd go a one-stop at this point based on how far back he started. KVS is coming out of the pits. He's going to be in a battle with Owen. KVS almost clunks the wall, but Owen is behind him and now looking to get some slipstream. That's another thing that's in GTA that I completely forgot about. Slipstream. You can either choose to turn it on or off. These F1 cars automatically have it.
Sometimes you forget the slipstream's on. There are moments in a race where you're like, oh no, I forgot slipstream.
Yeah, I know. And then
life
just
is
some
just
single file race that.
Oops.
No.
I love playing Follow the Leader at Talladega. So fun. Oh, it's fun.
Oh boy. Beatnik. What the hell?
Where
he's
am
going up the hill
the
now.
fuck
He
am
thinks
I?
he's
Where
Kimi
am I?
Räikkönen.
Where am I? Oh, there.
Are you Kimmy? Kimmy? Where are you going? Kimmy never drove for Alpine.
Alpine was
Beatnik.
Lotus.
Beatnik, you're giving the Americans right now a bad name. That's why Scyther's the most successful one in RPL.
Fuck the Americans. I don't care if I'm one of them.
We're all American here. It's okay.
Oh man, I used my one F-bomb a race.
It's okay. I've used mine too, I think. I said the word shit earlier.
I said the word shit earlier.
I'll just
Cryptic
chill.
said, by the way, I don't know if this was just at 240. Well, I don't think it was at 242. It definitely wasn't because my phone is slow in notifications. But he said, by the way, please lower your expectations for me on commentary. Luke pulled out from driving. Nice pull out. For me last minute, and I am like last choice and did no practice. Well, considering you did no practice, Cryptic, and you're in the battle for the race lead and in a Red Bull, fair props to you. No one's pitting, though, from the top three, which is good. We continue to talk about these two lovely leaders who are F1 race winners. Scyther, about a dozen times. A little more than a dozen. Probably twice a dozen times. Whereas Cryptic has 6 Tier 1 pulls and 1 win.
KVS.
That
lap.
is Charles Leclerc right in front of our eyes. Yes, KVS fastest lap. That's a nice undercut to try.
Something to keep an eye on.
Beatnik, how was your off-roading experience, and are you thinking of going to WEC now?
Well, I'm thinking of going to WRX, but, nah, my
Wait.
off-road endeavors were fun, but they're now long behind me,
What?
and I'm going
Did I
to
hear
get
that right?
cheeky DRS from my ghost teammate. How about that?
Yeah, no losses. Should just join back the session right now and just kind of cut the circuit to continue giving you DRS at this point.
I agree with that statement, to be honest. That would be very
By the
lovely.
way, while that's happened, Blonde has caught DRS of the race leaders. He started all the way back in 15th place. Yellow flags for who? Shanghai. All right. I think Cryptic and Scyther, Bones, they're just playing the long game here, just sitting behind one another. I mean, this literally feels like a proper endurance race. You only see overtakes every once in a while, and I think Shanghai is about to give up.
Fourth one, yep, and he gave up.
Born
You
from
get a safety
Shanghai.
car.
Yeah.
Totally get a safety car.
I wonder if he's the Shanghai Shark player.
Well, yeah, I did actually figure out by saying I don't think he's born from Shanghai on the Zanvort stream that he is actually from Shanghai, so.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is.
Cool.
I don't want to say anything by his performance today because some would say it'd be racist to say send him to F4 China. Yup, that is exactly what I was going to say. So.
Oh, Cryptic.
I don't want to be canceled, guys. I don't want to be canceled.
Well, you could say someone can go back to Shanghai the way they drive. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but it feels a little racist. It feels a little racially motivated. I don't want to say that.
Stereotypes are okay here in RPL. Your secret's safe with us.
Every once in a while. I think Scyther and Cryptic are using their battery because they're about to come in soon. Let's find out if that's the case. No. But they might be next lap then. Blonde is caught right up and they know it's time to pounce. But even then, they've not used a lot of their
What's
battery
going
compared to
on?
Blonde, who's got 30%.
I want to go wide in the second. Yeah, that's a little bit. It was no losses to AI.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people in AI. I think No Losses is one of them. Mythic hasn't joined back to session. Virid's a ghost car, and I don't think he's joined back to session either. So as far as we know, there's only 13 left in the session, technically.
He's at C. Time penalty. So him and Josh is evened out. You could serve a 5-second, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
Shanghai said the game didn't put a setup on when he was racing today. That's what happened. That's why he was slow.
That's unfortunate. When I used to race, I forgot setups all the time. See if any takers to pit road.
Pit route!
Yep. Oh, it looked like all
Cryptic.
three almost went.
Well, I don't think Blonde's going to go here till a little bit later. I mean, most of the strategy goes on softs or mediums, but as for Blonde, I think he's just going to try a one-stop here and go hard mediums at this point with the way he's going. Those guys went, what? Those guys went 33 laps of mediums? Those hards are 33 laps for him, so... I mean, do we think it's a possibility, Bones, that he's going for a one-stop to try something different?
I think he's going for a one-stop, but it's most definitely...
He hasn't won since the F2 days, by the way. He's a Tier 2 champion. F2 runner-up, I believe, if I'm correct. And, yeah, won an F2's second to last season. So he's got quite the experience around here. While that happened for Cryptic and Scyther pitting, KVS just undercut massively. Same with Owen.
Most definitely, and also, soft, it looks like, Scyther's going for a 2-stop, and Cryptic is going for a 1. Interesting how this is going to play out. It looks like both Red Bulls are going to do a 1-stop.
Hold on, both Ferrari teammates, we need to get Matteo Bonotto in the corner and see if he's going to freak out or be okay with this. J&T, your drivers have just traded spots, and they did it with ease. No Ferraris DNFing for what would have been a 5th week in a row. Well, dang, 3-second.
His gamertag sums up his day.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I agree with you, Invade. It is a little boring, this race. That's why we're trying to make it fun by having a little bit of a podcast like we did last week in Texas, because 100% races do get sprung out a little bit. We're almost halfway. We've had some interesting races here in Brazil prior. I mean, we had an Aston Martin on the podium in the most recent F1 race here. Tier 2 season finale had an Alpine on the podium. And right now, we've got Beatnik outside the points, who is our in-race reporter, 17 seconds back from the next car. Is that how you're feeling about tonight's race right now? Tired? It is a little boring, so we're trying to make it fun for you all. You see, this is how boring it is, right? The two closest cars in DRS are both cars who are not in the session anymore.
Let's check out that battle. Let's see what No Losses does here. There's 20 laps off.
I mean, he's coasted because he's not in the session anymore. Welpding's got a 5-second in the AlphaTauri for speeding. Scyther with the fastest lap. That is a good undercut on those softs. And look at these ghost cars. They're having fun.
Yeah.
The realistic Alpine's going to pass the Haas. Look at this.
Oh, No Losses got a little loose. Now he goes inside of the Haas.
Anyone under 18, please click off the stream right now.
Yeah, look at all of that Haas rear wing.
Beatnik, your teammate right now
is literally going inside of the Haas.
Yeah. We're going to switch away from that before we get canceled on stream here for showing inappropriate things.
KVS and Josh.
Yeah, I mean, Brazil, yeah, that's true. Second place, Josh has the penalty. And Vade brought up a good point. Tier 2 Brazil started this season, safety car comes out and then goes straight back in the pits. That happened twice in that race. We've had some crazy things happen here. And crazy, I was crazy once. KVS is crazy enough to get past Josh for second place.
Did they lock you in a
His AI
room?
just... Okay, nice one. Scyther fastest lap again, running quite fast for McLaren to try to catch back up. He's caught 3 seconds on Owen right there. Yano on Wavy. For those of you wanting to tune in for next week, by the way, we've got 3 rounds remaining for Tier 2. Imola, Portimao, and Vegas. And Whelping is out in the pit lane. That is not going to cause a safety car, luckily.
That's
Maybe
unfortunate.
unluckily. Yano gets Wavy, though, in the process as he's on wearing softs. But, yeah, if you're wanting to tune in next week, we got Tier 2 in Imola for next week. 2 more rounds after that. Austria for F1, Tier 1, on Saturday. And Formula Endurance next week in Qatar. I think we'll have more track limit penalties than we've had overtakes this race at this point in next week's race. That's how next week could go. Which, Brazil, you don't really have a lot of places to go over track limits. You got turn 1, you got turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, and then just turn 6 in the middle sector, and that's about it. Is it 6 or 7? I don't remember. But it's on that left-hand curb there, which gets a little tricky. Blonde, the only one in the top 10 yet to pit. Yellow flags for Whelping's ghost car. Having a little fun time there. Up, it's stuck on the racing line. Can you imagine if ghosting was off right now?
Oh,
I'd be having a lot of fun and laughing.
Let's see, Beatnik, where are you at? You're in Alfa Romeo. That is Virid.
We should like totally
Let's check the leader gaps.
DRS
Why not?
Virid. Thank you. Wow. These lap cars are so nice to me. They give me DRS almost every time.
Beatnik, they're not in the session.
We ignore that. These are the only
Well,
cars
you
I'm
do, I don't.
associated with.
I mean, I don't. Bones,
I
we
don't
got a
have a
battle
very
about to brew
long
for our
races.
race lead because Blonde isn't pitted yet.
He should pit. I don't want to get lapped.
Well, he looks like he's going too soon. Here comes KVS.
There, inside of
In the slipstream, yep.
Owen.
3-car battle back there. But for our race lead, KVS is through. KVS is through and retakes the lead, but also 4th place. We now have some action. About to get 3 wide for a moment. Owen is about to pick up both of them and may have just played his cards right by letting Scyther go originally. He's now going to have the DRS down to turn 4. He got Zatsy. Well, both of them got Zatsy, actually. Scyther and Owen on an undercut. Whereas Owen is now just trailing Scyther by 5/10. And yeah, we actually have a DRS battle right here.
oh, Owen off again.
Was that a screen freeze? That looked very odd.
Yeah, that did not look realistic at all. That may have been. Yeah. He's
Oh,
out of
that's
the
a lag out.
section.
That is why. That would make sense. Owen's going to get an invite back right now. I'm sorry for people who have not got an invite back from me. I'll do that now since our race is getting a little dry. Who needs an invite? Owen does. Anyone else? No, Whelping retired already. Nope, no one else needs an invite besides maybe no
Tried
losses. Yeah, I'll try that. What?
No losses could win if he joined back. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Nick,
so.
that'd be good for you.
Say what?
That'd be good for you. Alpine Academy winning.
I wouldn't mind a victory, Steady.
Oh no, the AI has just pitted Owen
Oh wow.
because of that. And this is gonna be unfortunate because look at this, he's getting held up by Josh, who's pitted. Owen's on softs. Oh no. The game has just messed him up
Yeah.
of a potential top 5. Maybe not even top 5, maybe 6th, 7th place finish. I don't even know if he wanted to pit right there, but he joined back the session just a moment ago, and yeah, he's not going to be happy with that.
On the softs.
Well, everyone's sprung out again. Beatnik, how are you looking forward to your home race in Tier 2 Vegas in a couple weeks' time?
I've never been looking so forward to a race ever. As we all
Really?
know, I very much love that track. So
Vegas native. There you go.
no bias whatsoever. But
That's
I
why.
enjoy the track. I've been on those streets since I was a kid, and it's just a really fun place to just drive around. I love it. So it'll be fun to do tier 2 action there.
Yeah, that'll be the finale, and no championship battle between the drivers will go to the finale, as far as I'm aware, as of right now, based on the way things have gone thus far. I mean, crazier things have happened. It's a little unrealistic to say it will go to the finale, but you never know. Wavy is in, by the way, so is No Losses, who's not joined back the session, as far as I'm aware. Also, with that said, a constructors battle might go to the finale, though. We might have the teams race it out. I'm still breathing, Valk. I'm still breathing. Valk, I want to know, why didn't you race? It's your home race. Brazil is. Why didn't you race? Attendance, maybe? I don't know. Well,
I don't think
Bones,
she felt like it.
probably.
I don't
Bones,
blame her.
if you're blonde here and you pit now,
Pitting.
are you doing a one-stop or a two-stop?
And he
Oh, no.
said, yeah, I kind of expected that. I was about to say that I was expecting a penalty because he was going in there hot. Number 26, the Red Bull. Daniel Kvyat reference. The reference.
Mediums.
Cryptic
Not
on
surprising there, but
Zaxi.
one stop then.
Whoa, Zaxi almost killed Cryptic.
Oh, ho, ho.
Sounded like Santa Claus there, Ryan.
I don't have any cookies on me. Oh, and fastest
cookies.
lap.
Oh. Owen's
That
probably
is-
letting his anger out a little bit.
Yeah. Have you ever heard an Irish person get angry?
Oh yeah, I have. Chris
Okay.
in the
Just making sure.
MMCS, he's Irish.
Polo God's Irish. I've race engineered him
Oh yeah,
too many
Polo
times
God.
to hear him get angry.
I forgot about him. Yeah, he is Irish. You're right.
Trying to think of who else is Irish. I mean, Portly Boots Irish. A lot of these guys who race in
Aaron
season 1 to 4 in
Ocon.
RPL know him. Aaron Ocon, yeah. No, I've heard a lot of people Irish-wise get angry. Owen is Irish, by the way.
I got a
He's from
massage
Ireland.
from a lady who was Irish the other day.
Okay, that's a little TMI right now.
Oh, I got a massage. You can get a massage.
Okay,
without
fair,
it being
fair,
TMI.
fair. This race, for those of you watching, there's what, 5 of you watching, you're probably wondering, why the hell are you talking about this? Well, this race has got so sprung out, we can now say Zatsi's into the pit lane for Ferrari. Zakaria's had quite a quiet race. He's 5th place. Fair play.
I know somebody.
I
named
must say-
Zachary at my school.
I must say, I want to see him get a top chance in a Merc at some point for Tier 1, whether it's through one of the top guys missing it or not. I want to see what he could do. I'd be very interested, but now a race out of the pit lane between Yano and Zatsi. Josh is right behind as well. Owen is catching. 2 have penalties, 2 don't.
I got a pass here.
With you? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Not me passing, but me getting passed.
Oh.
Bye, Wavy. Have a nice day.
Wavy is going through now.
Josh sending
feel
it
like-
on Yanu. They make a little bit of tire bang. A little bit of tire bang. Let's see what he does here. He's going to sit behind, wait for DRS.
I was going to say, I got flashbacks to Alonso versus Vettel right there between you two, Beatnik. Here we go. 7th place. Once again, Josh is going for it, and Owen is there. Are the Merc Academy cars going to split up? No. Owen's going to stick around the outside with Yano, but the lap car being in the way of the Haas makes it a little distracting for these drivers to focus. Josh has the battery turned on. Yano is DRS.
Oh.
Owen is DRS. 3-car mixing it up in this battle. Josh pinching them. Side by side, they touch.
Oh, wow.
Owen goes
made
through.
that work.
Nice little move there. And now the teammate swap.
Yanu
But Josh has to
get
defend from
loose.
Yano. Josh has hard tires on. Owen has softs. Yano has mediums. We're being inclusive here on the stream.
Yeah, very diverse.
Very diverse, yes.
We show love
That's
to
why we're
all
speaking about
tire
nationalities a lot.
compounds.
By the way, I just want to mention this. Owen can win the Tier 2 title next week in Imola. We'd be very nice to do. Zatsi on Zakaria now. 2 Dutchies racing it out. Side by side, Zatsi ahead.
You want to wear that
about that?
Dutch-colored shirt again?
I have it in my laundry basket. I'm not gonna wash laundry now to do it. Yano, pits. Why? You want some points?
I would prefer a safety car right now because not only am I by myself, I'm also out of fuel.
Oh. Out of fuel is in...
As in,
Like-
I'm in the negatives.
Okay. By how much?
Well, 0.1. And by the time lap 70 rolls around, it'll probably be +1.
Yeah, just coast then, I guess, a little bit. Don't get lapped, though.
And I'll just wait.
How close
I'll
is
just wait for a
safe
safety
or
car.
KVS?
I'll wait for a
I mean,
safety car.
KVS is going through turn 1 now, so you should be okay.
I'll just wait for a
Wavy's
safety
got
car.
Yano for company. That's not too far up the road, Beatnik.
He pitted. It's over.
True.
I will be right back.
Yeah.
I gotta get used to that.
Okay. Only DRS battle I see is Yano and Wavy, and then Owen and Zakaria right now. Owen, on the Academy teammate, is gonna try to get past, but soft versus medium tires could get interesting. I mean, Zakaria really has had a quiet race. We've not spoke a lot about him, but yeah, tier 2 podiums, F2 podiums, known for not having a tier 1 podium. But Owen, who just got one most recently, goes past, and yep, he can win the tier 2 championship this this next weekend in Imola, or as some people like to call it, who don't know the name of it, Imola.
What?
Nick, I do have an American flag blanket if that helps you.
Oh yeah, that helps me worlds. I've never been so helped in my entire life.
Well, I was putting it at the top of my bed, or not top, but the closest spot to me for a while for the first few rounds, and Cookie and Scyther ended up winning from it, so I don't know if that's going to help you just gain about 10 places, but I don't think it would.
Unless
Let's
we've
check
got a
some
conveniently
penalties.
timed Wavy Nice safety car.
Yeah, I mean, considering I think Cryptic, Scyther, and KVS are coming in at some point, and the pit stop loss is 20 seconds. I mean, Blonde would only have the lead by 2 seconds once this all cycles itself out, but he has a 5-second in the process, whereas Zatsy, Josh, and No Losses have penalties for track limits. No Losses has done 3 stops. Some guys have done 2. Some guys have done 1. Biggest loser is still in this race is Owen, down 4 places, and Blonde up 11. Josh gets Zakaria.
Good for him.
Let's see, what else do we have we could talk about? The leader gap. 12 guys still on the lead lap. Alistair's probably feeling a little lonely, being by himself, about to be lapped in his return. 44 laps on these hards. He's just waiting for a safety car because he knows he's about to get lapped. And Scyther is in from 2nd place.
Where did co-commentator man go?
Good question.
Well, while we're waiting for something to happen, while nothing is, how was your day?
It's okay. There's a little bit of snow outside. This has got me so bored I want to hang out with friends right now. I feel like even having you guys right here to, you with the in-race reporter stuff, Bones, my co-commentator, I don't know. I feel like a little bit of loneliness. It's not fun.
Oh my
Tier 1 and
goodness.
Tier 2 are more interesting than this, and there was, only 10 minutes of highlights in Canada to put
Fair.
together? Whereas, this one, not even 10 minutes. Wavy and Yano, well, hold on. We got some action. Wavy is about to slam into Yano's side pod. Wavy's just riding these curbs at turn 3. I mean, just waiting to spin out. Here comes Wavy. Wow, he just slingshotted past him with a lot of battery, I think, in mind. I don't think he was using it, but a lot of battery in mind to use. And DRS helping him. Yano just squirrely on the back of him. That's for 9th place, Beatnik. You want to catch him anytime soon?
No, I still have a stop to make. That is not happening.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh. So does Alistair. See, the problem is Wavy's running in the point, so he can't really cause a safety car.
Well, you never know. There are some very inviting walls around this racetrack.
I mean, Owen did cause one, I want to say, what was it? End of the Tier 2 finale that caused the late race restart. In the
That gave me the
Haas is
win.
not the best handling.
Ooh, okay.
No, that was the one. No, that was the one the season prior. Owen caused it season 10 when Hunt had won the championship.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, B-Nick, you are a previous winner here. Why are you down this far as Yano got wavy?
I've spun twice.
Yeah?
That's about
You're
it.
behind wavy still after
Spun
spinning.
twice.
And a pit stop.
I'm
are you
about to
allowing
be
this to
30
happen?
seconds behind, baby.
Let's not talk about that.
So,
Look,
and
we-
I'm also
we-
about to get
we
lapped.
kinda-
I see a Ferrari.
Kind of shit on wavy a little bit in Tier 1, and maybe we shouldn't, or even Tier 2. I mean, I kind of want to stop doing that. But for FE purposes with how these races are, I mean, we can have a little bit of funniness and interesting moments.
Do a bit of trolling here.
Yeah. That's why I sent in a clip with Reese and Josh from last season in Canada.
Well, that's
See
why
that
you
Scyther
chat.
switched tires as I am back in the booth.
You are back. Welcome back.
Yeah, they
I
got-
don't understand. Good.
Now you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't understand why this race has got so boring. It's Brazil. Maybe it shows why this racetrack is just so average.
Yeah, the first 20 laps was really nice, but
Well, that's because your leaders were spinning.
true.
You'd think everyone would have
true.
caught up by then, and everyone would
Yeah.
have been invited. But
Well, if you want to go down the lobby in the hallway, they're serving coffee. I got me a cup, so just keep you awake, you know.
I got water. I think that's good enough. I'll maybe have the last sip of my Pepsi that
I
I have
forgot
in the
to
fridge.
connect the drink.
The beatnik is about to die of hydration. Due to a
Please
lack
look
of
up the
hydration,
connect.
I should say. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. I'm just saying stuff.
Logan
Oh,
Sargent,
you're
moment at
tired.
Qatar, Beatnik.
Say what? Yeah, we're
Logan
gonna
Sargent.
retire. We're gonna retire on like lap 15 because I'm too tired.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm about to make my way.
Wait, what
to,
happened with
the
Logan
drive-thru.
Sargent? I think I saw a short about that, but I don't remember exactly too
Oh,
well.
because he was dehydrated from the Qatar race.
Oh,
And
and
he
he
was
like
did, like,
you can
fire
retire the
lap.
car if you want. Team said you could retire the car if you want. By the way, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ferrari Academy. I know I've been kind of talking bad about them, but they're leading the race. They have all cars still left in this event. And as for the previous weeks, we've had a Ferrari DNF the last 4 races. And as for the Academy itself, as Beatnik comes in and is now lapped, they had in Monaco 4 of the 6 Academy cars DNF. And it's really not been their strong suit here, at least finishing the race with all Academy cars. So only team to do so right now. Props to them. I have to give that to them.
Are we really gonna count Virid in the race?
I mean, that's the same as counting Mythic then, because he's left the session about 30 laps ago.
Okay, is Mythic gonna blow a
Blow
tire
forever
here?
That's his AI. Surely. Because he's not near anybody. He's ghosted. And he's not in session. Pretty sure he's 2 laps down. He might not even be classified at this point with how the game will rule it.
Dang, well, no losses AI, a little bit of a skill issue. I don't know how he hasn't caught him yet. 17
It
laps
seems
worth
like your
of
favorite word
sauce.
recently. Or favorite words. Not just
Yeah.
word.
Skill issue.
You know, I was talking about our race leader spinning. I will say KVS is looking really nice in this race lead right now. He's just 23 laps in the mediums, 9.4 second gap, 57% of the battery. That's more than Cryptic. Looking really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking the corners very good too, yeah. Great
Cryptic,
apex into it and
If
everything.
you do watch this back, can you just convert one of your pulls into a race win here? I mean, Charles Leclerc is really much probably related to you with how you've done your RPL career in Tier 1 right now. And as for FE, you got 1 pole. 8th different pole sitter, I think, in what, 8 races now, right? We've had different pole sitters throughout all the races thus far. Don't know how many rounds there have been at this point. Yep, there's been 8. Got 3 more to go. Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Japan. And, yeah. No losses gets Mythic. That is a lap car battle, which Cryptic is approaching. Just one other thing to mention. We've mentioned where we are next week and the upcoming events. We got Qatar, Japan, and Abu Dhabi, Japan for Formula Endurance. I want to mention later on this week, we're going to be releasing on the RPL YouTube channel our first documentary. It's going to cover the champion of Season 9 in F1, Tier 1, Reese Dainty. His drive to the RPL Tier 1 Championship. Still not sure in a 100% name for it, but you were talking about car numbers, Bones. He's car number 48. Do you want to guess how long that documentary is?
48 minutes.
And 48 seconds, too.
I saw that.
YouTube,
That was hilarious.
YouTube be like, here's my thing with YouTube. You'll make a 4-minute, 54-second video, and then whenever it releases, it says it's 55 or 53 seconds. So let's hope YouTube doesn't screw that up.
It's probably 48, 47 then, but, you know.
Yeah,
by the way,
it's
teammates are
48.
close here for Red Bull. Please do not collide. I don't want to have to make another video on teammate collisions.
Oh,
Blonde
please
is close. Hey, that'd help you. Zakaria's in. With that said, teammates close. Blonde has the 5 seconds, so he'd be losing out to Scyther right now, losing this podium. But Blonde, I think he wants to go chase after KVS on track right now because of this rate. I don't think KVS can go the full way, but he's going to go to softs here once he pits. Thank you for asking that end question in chat, Valk. Here we go. Both Red Bulls side by side on the main straight. Blonde in the wheel-to-wheel combat gets the move done. Up to second place, but he has a penalty.
Oh, please go faster.
Yeah, KVS just looking great in the lead. It'd sure be a shame if anything happened.
Phoenix, you've got a front row seat for this battle.
I kind of want to get ahead of this, but...
Whoa, I didn't
Probably
even
be
realize
right.
51 laps on the hards, now 52. I did not realize that.
Alistair's still actually in this session, by the way. That's the crazy thing.
Bro's just chilling,
In his
man.
RPL return.
He's just out there. He's chilling.
If he does 70 laps on these hards without getting a puncture, I would give him driver of the day at this point because I don't think there's really been anyone more impressive than Blonde. I mean, maybe Wavy deserves a shout out at least, but he's not getting driver of the day.
Yeah, you know what? If he makes it the rest of the way on those hards, I'm gonna give him.
Well,
driver
he'll
of
get
the day.
disqualified if he goes 71 laps, but he
Wait.
can go 70 laps.
Wait, no, he started on a different compound, right?
Or did he?
He did, yeah,
You're right.
because-
No, you're right. I thought he pitted because he was a lap down. No, he's at 53 lap hards then technically with 55 laps done. Race leader KVS is in, Cryptic's in too, so now they've done their pit stops, but the thing is I don't think Scyther's going to pit again. Even if he does, Blonde still would be losing out due to this undercut in a way on penalties. 5 seconds for speeding in the pits will cost you dearly. KVS behind the teammate. Owen ahead of Cryptic.
Yay.
Beatnik, why do you exceed the track limits again?
It's all part of the great McLaren master plan.
Are you out of fuel entirely or just saving?
No, it's all part of the great McLaren master plan.
Well, you're a part of Alpine.
Do you not see what I'm doing?
Oh, DRS to Scyther. Okay. I like the idea. This is the only way you can make up for colliding with him in Texas last season in Tier 1.
And Spa.
And Spa, Season 7 as teammates, more famously. I would say Beatnik let him win, but you're not racing for the win. Cryptic and Josh trade spots. 2 Ferrari teammates trade spots. J&T can now breathe. The Ferrari team principal. New Ferrari team principal in the last couple weeks. Scyther did get DRS there, and he's on 80% battery. Josh and Cryptic again trading spots, this time on the main straight. I'm not going to lie.
Cryptic.
It's not because of the race being boring. Well, maybe it is, but my head is actually starting to hurt. No, I'm not
Maybe
Clint
it
Boyer.
is. Hey, Beatnik.
Josh, I'm sorry, guys.
It's hot in there, isn't it? Your arm
I
itching?
need thirst quenching.
Your arm itching? Go ahead and itch it.
If you don't get the reference, folks,
I get that reference. Oh my goodness.
2013, spin gate for NASCAR. That's why. Two pitters. Alistair's finally come in after 50-something laps in hards, and Virid has come in.
Dang, Alistair, you're gonna get driver of the day if you stayed out on them hards. That's what he should have done.
Zakaria and Wavy, two teammates swap too. I think Wavy might have to pit again, Beatnik. If he doesn't, though, he's going to be toward a puncture. KVS, fastest lap, Zatsy's in.
Yeah, KVS has to go all out now if he wants any shot of winning.
I know we really have not put our focus toward anything important with this race being as boring as it has been. But the Constructors' table is actually interesting with this being said. Both Ferraris are in the points. They're going to gain on McLaren, who only has one car in the race. McLaren will lose the lead to Red Bull. And Alfa Romeo, I mean, they're not going to gain anything really, but they're not going to lose fourth place, I don't think, either. Unless it's to Mercedes with Owen and Josh.
Go Cypher.
Alistair in again.
Go Cypher.
Go Scyther, is that what you're saying?
Go Cypher.
Yeah, you are giving him good DRS here.
I don't know if we're gaining on Blonde, but we're just...
A little bit.
5/10. That good enough?
Sure.
Bro,
That
trying
goes
to
a
keep
long
him
way.
ahead of KVS.
I mean, KVS will
KVS
get
is,
blonde
yeah,
here too
he's-
at this point.
KVS is catching. Let's see if his tires can hold on, though. He is taking it a little aggressive. Not trying to curse you this time, KVS, but...
I think if we made a montage of FE, it's just going to be the spins from the lead. I think you can just create a separate video regarding that. I mean, I haven't written down all the spins from the lead as far as I'm aware. I think we're going to have to put it into a video once this tier is over for the season. We've had, I'm just going to calculate here, by the way, and I might be missing one or two, so bear in mind with me, please. We had a pit lane incident from the lead in Silverstone. We had Stenner in Zandvoort. Cam, I believe, spun 2, unless it was Stenner spinning twice from the lead. Alistair's in again. I don't know why. Gecko did it twice in Portimao. Luke lagged out from the race lead and spun because of it in Spain. I don't really think there's anything else besides today's race where we've had 3 spins from the race lead. 2.9 now.
Yeah, it's Cypher. We are doing great things here. Yeah, Pete Academy.
I'm going to choose to ride on board with you rather than Scyther because I want to watch that fuel and I want to watch your throttle input.
What if KVS knows what you're doing, Beatnik?
No idea. But did you really think I was saving fuel?
Yes, I did at one point.
No, I'm 20 seconds behind the next car and a lap ahead of the next.
That's Alistair, by the way, who's pitted 3 times in the last 3 laps. That's basically Beatnik, by the way, for you, just to put in perspective with him having 4 stops, most of anyone still left. That's basically going through the Burger King drive-thru multiple times because your order wasn't right.
Because he's trying.
Ew,
He's
Burger
ordering
King?
big.
Who wants
No, here's
Burger
what he's doing.
King?
Here's what he's doing. He's
Oh, boy.
ordering
I
Big
think he might have
Smoke's
triggered
order,
Beatnik.
but he's doing it one at a time.
Zatsy fastest lap. I say you might have triggered Beatnik because we always pull Whopper jokes on him, Bones, for context. Alistair pits again! How many times has he got this guy's order wrong?
He's trying to break the record for most stops in a race.
You know what? I can't blame him. He's like a lap ahead of the next car.
Yeah, bro wants his Whopper.
No.
That's why I say that because, you know, the Burger King commercial would curse Beatnik, I guess. I mean, tell Bones about that. You need to explain it, not me.
I don't even know how it started. It's just a bunch of f***ing loppers.
Yeah, that.
What's the last time
Blonde
I've
just
had
got
a
DRS, by the way.
Whopper. I mean,
Blonde's got DRS again. Beatnik, smart. Smart.
Creative interpretation of track limits.
By the way, KVS is in DRS of Blonde right now, so even with the Alfa Romeo of Virid a lap down and going more laps down, that's not helping Blonde either.
I've run out of pace, so had to let him go.
Just don't give KVS DRS then,
Where is
if
he?
you're trying to help out
Where
Alpine
is he?
Academy.
Oh, there he is.
Right behind. There you go. Just
yeah,
stay
KVS
behind
has to know now.
Yeah. Hey, I think the Alfa Romeo of Virid is going to help Scyther here if he's within it at the detection point. Nope, not going to do it. I think no, Scyther's backing off to be in DRS. Look at this. He's in DRS now. He caught KVS back up. Look at this.
Oh, but KVS
That's amazing.
DRS too.
KBS is not going to get it.
I know. Yeah, but KVS is either going to get it down to turn 4 once more, but he's not going to get it anymore. So now Scyther can push full blast here. Just under 10 laps remaining, guys.
I like
and
this battle. I'm going to try it. I'm
Red Bull's
going
gonna
to corners.
take the championship lead here in the Constructors. I'm surprised Alistair's not in again. Owen in DRS of, or sorry, Cryptic in DRS of Owen. By the way, you're not alone, Beatnik, in terms of low fuel. Cryptic's got it too.
I bet he's not as low as I am.
I'm sure of that. I don't see a blinking thing anymore, but he's right on the edge.
Oh, not me.
Bro's the edging. I can't believe this.
He did what? He's cut?
Alright, well, the
Cryptic
top
on the back
three
of
is
Owen.
getting, I guess, interesting.
Yeah. 3-car breakaway for the race lead. It's like how we started this race. 5-second penalty for Blonde, though. If he got it wrongfully by the game where he was going the same pace as the speed limit, he can get it removed. But for now, this is the battle for the lead on track. Scyther would still have it based on penalties, but Scyther will take it while Blonde tries to protect. You can't protect any longer with DRS in mind. Scyther regains the top spot. Your championship leader is back out front and trying to become a repeat winner here in FE.
Yeah, now this is just going to be a game of if KVS can, how fast KVS can get around Blonde, in my opinion.
Teammate.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt him that he's gonna be behind him through this sector of the track, unless he gets past him quick. He wants to make the move, but he can't. That's he retires.
Yes!
That's a point spot for you, Beatnik. KVS switchback
KVS
down the
makes it.
inside. Late
Makes it
launch,
work.
and
What
he
a
goes
move.
through. That was the switchback of dreams.
I was kind of saying
My
earlier that he needed to get past him quick, and he did. That was good. That saved him some time.
Rear locked. Oh. It's a 2-car battle for the race lead like it was in Spain, and just like when you were here in Spain, Bones, it was KVS and Scyther for the win.
Yep.
Scyther was in a Red Bull, KVS was in a Ferrari. Yep. Zatzi's lap car will probably not have a factor in this, but Ferrari are trying to get the race lead back with KVS this time.
Whoa,
Scyther,
he's not ghosted.
Whoa! That was dangerous. Alistair speeds and makes yet another pit stop.
Alistair's in the intermediates.
I did notice that. Inner's on a dry track. That's your thing, Beatnik.
That is very much my thing. That makes me mad.
By the way, KVS is on fresher tires, the better tires too, and looking for the top spot. Is he going to go for it in this corner once again? No. By the way, this same corner just a lap ago, Cryptic rear locked it, and he got ahead of Owen in DRS. And now Zakaria, quiet little race here, goes ahead of Yano. Fair play to him, getting P7 for Aston Martin. And now for the lead once again. KVS is just trailing him just a little.
DRS on.
Oh!
It's gonna get it done. It's gonna be hard for Scyther to
KVS.
fight back.
Another lead change with just a few laps remaining. Overtake button engaged. How does he try to pull away here now to turn 4? Scyther barely has any battery. Blonde has some to spare. A little more than Scyther, but not a lot. And the 5-second penalty will cost him, although he's only down a 10th from his best lap in sector time in sector 1, excuse me.
Barring mistake here, I believe.
All right, how many races are left of each tier? Good question, Valk. I'll answer that on stream now. Just do a Q&A of those of you guys watching. It is a boring race, so don't blame me with the 3 viewers here. 3 after today for Tier 2, 3 after today for FE. The 3 for Tier 2 include Imola, Portimao, and Vegas. Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Japan for FE. Alistair in the pits now in wets. He's using all compounds in the race.
You get an achievement for that, I think.
Yeah, maybe. And for F1, we go to Austria next, and then we have a whole half of the season left after the season ends for Tier 2 and FE. A little different compared to Tier 1, FE, and Tier 2R. Yano and Zakaria main straight will be a battle here brewing, but I don't think anything will be of it. Alistair's now been passed by our ghosted cars, though.
I think Alistair's just want the gamer score.
Fair enough, honestly. Let's talk about outside of the top 3 or top 4 in the championship for constructors. So, Mercedes would overtake Alfa Romeo, I believe here, just slightly by like 1 point. Aston will have some decent points on deck with Zakari and Wavy's finishes currently. Alpine get an extra point, so that's a battle between them two, Aston and Aston Martin, or Aston and Alpine. Excuse me, hold on. Blonde making a move. Blonde gets past Scyther for 2nd place, but has a penalty to spare. 8th, 9th, and 10th have AlphaTauri, Haas, and Williams making up those places. All those cars are outside the points. By the way, shout out to Haas, by the way. Alistair doing a smart thing by just continuously pitting, avoiding any penalty points. They're the only FE team without any penalty points.
Oh, wow, that actually is smart. Just now realized.
Yeah, not in harm's way. Not causing any issues by going on inners or wets. You're just doing it in the most careful manner. You can do that as long as you don't cause any issues, you know. By the way, I just want to re-mention KVS's RPL story here as he leads the race, and Blonde went for a little snap for just a second. KVS has been here since Season 5 in Tier 1 in RPL. I think just Season 5 as a whole. That was at the start of F1 21-ish, I want to say. Something like that.
Correct.
So, he's been here since then, and if you can correct me, Beatnik, you know, he didn't have a podium for the longest time. He had good finishes in lower cars, and now in Miami, just recently in Tier 1, he took his first ever RPL podium. Then he took another podium for Ferrari that same weekend in Spain in FE, and he took a podium last week for Alfa Romeo, which was a shocking one at Texas, and now he's on for his first ever RPL win.
He's a class driver. I've raced against him for a really long time. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, and 100% deserved if he can hold on to it here. So, as much as I try to help Scyther, spell in vain.
It's a rarity to outrace Scyther. I will say that, just because Scyther's quite good.
Yeah, I think it was just a strategy thing today. No safety cars at all. A bunch of leader spins. I would have liked to see,
but you know what?
How this race would have went if that 5-car train stayed, 5-6 cars.
Fair play, by the way, to Blonde on one stop, still sticking up with the top 3, even with the 5-second.
I believe Scyther used up too much of his tires here, because I just realized Blonde has 6-year-old, I'm funny, 6-lap older tires, and he got past Scyther with ease, so.
Scyther's about to get back by Blonde. Penultimate lap underway, guys, and I think this is going to be the first FE race that we have no full safety car.
Yeah, but the safety car would just end the race pretty much.
Once you hit
I mean,
3 laps to go, no more. What?
Gotcha.
You had a red flag moment here, apparently, most recently in a league race, you said, so there's that.
Yeah, the race was over, and a red flag came out.
Get that fastest lap.
Hilarious.
This game is fun. Owen, pitting 2. Yellow flags, that is for a Haas. That is Alistair around. But he has made 10 stops. Come on, Alistair, go for one more. Make it 11. KVS is about to reach the final lap, and we're about to get another Formula Endurance winner here in just a moment. KVS crossing the line now to reach the final lap.
Sector 1.
Ooh. We'll watch fastest lap race while we watch any battles for second now. But yep, KVS trying to win a first race in all tiers. Now Scyther making the move. Here he goes. Wheel to wheel at turn 1. Continuing side by side, but Scyther tries to get DRS for turn 3. Here, he does get it. DRS is online for him. Now, uses the battery. Blonde squeezing him. And Scyther goes through for second place. The championship leader trying to gain even more points, even though he'd have it on penalties.
Beatnik, fastest sector 2. Comes to the line. 108.7.
Yes.
We'll look later if Owen does get it.
So let's see
Owen will
what Owen
cross the line
does.
later. Owen has 1 lap now since he is on the last lap like KVS is. KVS is coming through the final couple of corners. Already went through the last braking zone. Half of his RPL career was in back marker cars, and he rarely got a chance in a top car until recently when he got his first podium. And now his first win comes today in Brazil. It's victory day for NRM KVS, who wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Scyther second, Blonde third. That's my driver of the day. But still, battling is not done. Yellow flags in the main straight. That is for Cryptic out of fuel at the last moment, I think. But it's still not over. Owen has Josh to pick off and the fastest lap. Zakaria is in a drag race battle with Yano. Wavy with a 3-second time penalty. Good shout out to him to finish a race here in FE in the top 10. Making up for Hungary. Cryptic fourth. No practice there. Owen and Josh drag race to the line, but Owen gets fastest lap.
Sadness.
Yano's out of fuel, so no drag race there, but we just missed the end of that, where Owen and Josh race side by side to the line, 78 thousandths to the line. Josh was going to get overtaken on penalties anyway, and now our last runner to finish this race, Wavy Knife. Alistair, 10 pit stops. Wavy in the points, Yano in the points, Zakaria, good run too. Merc Academy cars can be happy with the ones who finished the race with Merc and Aston. That is it from our event. A new first-time winner in all of RPL, and a 7th different one in Formula Endurance. NRM KVS, welcome to the top step.
And my driver of the day has to go to drumroll Blonde. Hooray.
That's a disappointment in a drum roll. That didn't sound fun.
Hold on. I got you.
I can do it a little bit too. There we go. Podium finishers. And the Finnish driver is on top in a Ferrari too.
Very diverse podium. 3 different teams.
3 different teams, 3 different nationalities. 3 different teams on the podium to end today's FE race. Scyther extends the championship lead. The gap is now at 40-ish points, I want to say. 42. 42 points. Blonde's my driver of the day. Zakaria, probably a spot short of it here, too, I will say. He put on a really good performance for Aston Martin. Very under the radar. But, yep, no safety car for the first time in FE in a race. And here are your final results. 1 stop for Blonde as well. Interesting there. Let's go over these results. KVS, Scyther, Blonde, Cryptic, Owen, the top 5. Josh, Zakaria, Yana, Wavy, and Beatnik around at the points runners. Owen stole fastest lap there at the last moment. We had a decent bit of finishers, but not everyone was remaining in the session at the end of this race. just to remind you folks for who are all going to click off soon next week, Tier 2s in Imola, where the championship can be won. Austria for F1. And technically, I think the championship can be won for FE next week, too, in Qatar. Bones, any final thoughts? B-Nick, too? Any, you guys?
Final thoughts. I thought it was certainly the race of all time. I thought there were more boring parts in it than previous couple of races that I've ran in. But sounded like the battle for the lead got a bit intense there with about 10, 15 laps to go. Was glad to be a part of it for about 5 seconds. But overall, I think it was a fun race for some and absolute pain for others.
Bones?
Great first 20 laps. Some people may just say, well, it's because of leader's fun, this and that, but in my opinion, I still thought it was good racing. It was close. The race had tons of potential, but the nature of 100% races kind of just kicked in there. But, yeah, hopefully more interesting races for the last few rounds here, but good job to KBS. Great strategy there. And, yeah, that's about it.
I don't even think we need, just to scrap the 100% idea. I think you got a good chance to, showcase 100% races with driver's ability. But I think the problem for some is that there's some who left because they got bored, and there's some who didn't turn up today who would have made things interesting. I mean, Silverstone was a good race. You just need good tracks. I think Qatar's hit or miss. Brazil today just proved it was hit or miss. And I think the last 2 races of the season are not hit or miss at all. Japan is an amazing driver track that everybody loves, whether you're on pad or wheel. As much as the pad drivers don't like it or don't want to admit they like it, I still think Japan is a fun driver track because it puts you on your limit. And Abu Dhabi has become one of the more improved tracks in terms of racing. So, I mean, throughout the last 3 races, we have a chance to better things in terms of racing. Yeah, first 20 laps were good. Then I think the last 10 laps were good. I think that's the way today's race went. But, yeah. That's it for me. I mean, you guys said you don't have anything. We'll just have to find out what happens next week for Tier 2 in Imola, F1 in Austria, and FE in Qatar. My in-race reporter, Beatnik, thank you for joining me with Bones today as well. Thank you for joining me for a second time. We'll have to do this once again as well with each other.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Yeah, tune into the RPL YouTube, RPL Formula 1 as well if you want to see future races or uploads or any extra additional content. Our Twitch is RPL Formula 1, the same name as well, and that's where we stream our races. So in the meantime, we're all going to sign off and say goodnight to those of you watching, and we'll see you for more racing and more content on the RPL socials. We'll see you then. Have a good one.